Hi guys, I'm Josh Elliott, the guy who reviews movies that nobody else cared to see. Even though 2017 has ended, we still have not seen all of 2017's movies, and that is why our top 10 best and top 10 worst lists have not come out yet, because we still have a few movies to see, and then on top of that we still have to get the reviews out. While we're working on that, I thought I would create this little video called Top 10 Most Overrated Movies of 2017. Quite a few of these movies were movies that I reviewed individually on this channel, and this is solely just my opinion on them. Now, I just want to get this out right away that these are not movies that I think are bad, but I think they either received more praise than they deserved or made more money than they deserved. Just want to get that out of the way. So let's get on to the list. My number 10 most overrated movie of 2017 is The Little Hours, which is a movie that most people don't know even exists. I call it the raunchy nun movie. Link below. I'll post the links to all of these videos in the description. This movie didn't even get a theatrical release, but it was released on Apple TV and I found it there, and I was really excited for it because not only do I like all the people involved in it, but it got really good reviews. It has like a high 70 something on Rotten Tomatoes. It left me very indifferent. I didn't take much from it. I didn't laugh out loud, I don't think ever. It wasn't a bad movie, but it was definitely not nearly as good as the few critic ratings that I saw gave it. My number 9 most overrated movie of 2017 is Split. Don't get me wrong, Split's a pretty decent movie, but I do think the reason people love it so much is because 1, Shyamalan's making a comeback, 2, James McAvoy's performance is amazing, but 3, the main thing is that it came out in January, and so few good movies came out in January that when one decent movie like Split comes out, everyone just clings to it and is like, this is the best movie out right now. And yeah, it was, but it wasn't great. I've started seeing it on like top 10 best movies of the year list, and I've also heard people say that the twist is like one of the best twists they've seen in a long time. I disagree. I thought it was a good twist, but it had no big impact on me, mainly because I haven't seen Unbreakable. It was alright, not as good as everyone says it is. Remember how I said that the movies on this list, just because I think they're overrated, that does not mean I think they're bad? Yeah, this movie is definitely an exception, because Alien Covenant was one of the biggest piles of shit I have seen in a long time. This is the type of movie that can only be liked by fans of the Alien franchise. Half the time, it just tries to recreate the original Alien movies, and then the other half the time, it tries to be this really serious movie about Michael Fassbender expanding the Alien universe, and I didn't get any of it, and so everything that happened with Michael Fassbender's character, I just found hilarious. I thought it was dumb, boring, and stupid, and it got good reviews. It has like 70-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. The reason it's not lower on this list is because I do know that there is a subgroup of people like me who did genuinely hate this movie and do not think that it worked. I think a lot of people are now starting to realize that, but review-wise, it got good reviews. My number 7 choice is Mudbound. It's actually a very well-made movie. It's a very well-acted movie, but the thing is, it's boring. I didn't take anything from the movie except from like the final 20 minutes. That was when everything in the plot happened, but it's like a 2.5 hour long movie and pretty much nothing happens in the first 2 hours. Mary J. Blige is getting a bunch of Oscar buzz, and I think her performance is one of the weaker ones in the movie. Here we have a very well-made movie that is getting all of these awards because it's very well made, but from a story perspective, I don't think it's anything special. My number 6 choice is Battle of the Sexes. Battle of the Sexes wasn't a bad movie, and it isn't getting terrific reviews, but it's still getting good reviews, and it's still getting nominated for things. Like, Emma Stone and Steve Carell both got Golden Globe nominations. Emma Stone's, I would say, was deserved. Steve Carell's definitely wasn't. It's alright as a sports movie, but then it also tries to be this LGBT movie, which it never fully succeeds at. It's that type of movie that gets Oscar buzz when it comes out, and then just kind of fades away into nothingness. But overall, people still did enjoy this movie a lot more than I thought they should have, because they're kind of ignoring a bunch of these major problems with it. My number 5 choice is The Shape of Water. Now, here, listen. The Shape of Water is without a doubt the best movie that is on this list. It is a really good movie. I have not reviewed it yet, so I can't exactly put a link to a review so you can see my full thoughts on it. I'll try and get it out soon. The Shape of Water, I thought, was a very, very good movie that is being called a masterpiece, which it shouldn't be, because the screenplay is pretty weak. Everything else is really good, the acting is great, the music is good, the directing is great, Guillermo del Toro deserved that Golden Globe, but the story is just a little off for me. And because of that, it is bugging me how much of a masterpiece people are calling this movie, because I disagree with that. My number 4 choice is Thor Ragnarok. Similarly to The Shape of Water, Thor Ragnarok is a genuinely good movie. I did like it, I had fun. The reason it's this high on the list is because of Spider-Man Homecoming, which I believe is a much superior movie to Thor Ragnarok, but Thor Ragnarok is getting all the attention. People are saying that it's the best Marvel movie in a long time. I've been seeing it on top 10 lists. People love Thor Ragnarok, and I really don't get why. I don't get what Thor Ragnarok has that Spider-Man Homecoming not only also has, but does better. Out of my love for Spider-Man Homecoming, that is why Thor Ragnarok is this high on the list. My number 3 choice is Wind River. I've made it pretty clear in my review of Wind River that I do not like Taylor Sheridan. Everyone thinks that he writes in such an exciting, realistic way. I think his writing is really boring. I don't get why people love him. I don't know. Opinions. I genuinely really did not like Hell or High Water, and Wind River was good. It was an improvement. I liked it. Once again, it's getting on top 10 list, and that's getting on my nerves. While I do like the final 30 minutes, and I like the overall environment of it all, similarly to Hell or High Water, I think it's just pretty bland and boring. I now have hope for Taylor Sheridan, but I still don't like him. I haven't jumped on that train yet. I hope I do at some point, but this hasn't impressed me enough. My number 2 choice is Mother. I gave Mother a 6 in my review. I'd probably give it a 5 now, simply because every time I think about Mother, I have a different opinion of it. Like, I saw it, and I really liked it, and then I thought, that's okay. Then I'm like, oh wait, this is a terrible movie. And I was like, no, it's actually great. I eventually just settled on a 5 because I literally could not figure out my opinions of it. It's a really interesting concept, but it would have been much better as a short film. As a 2-hour-long movie, it just feels like 2 hours of noise. People are praising it solely because of the concept, and I don't think it works as a movie. And so I think it's very overrated. I'm dreading this. I'm dreading my number 1. Because I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it, because as far as I know, I am the only person in the entire world that dislikes this movie. My number 1 most overrated movie of 2017 is It Comes at Night. I thought the final act was really good, but everything leading up to it did not build on anything. I thought the story had no substance. I thought the characters weren't really well developed. What makes me so sad is because I love movies like It Comes at Night. Mystery thrillers, but I never really got a thriller sense from it, or even really a mystery. It starts off as a mysterious, slow-paced story, and then it just becomes this tense tragedy, and the tense tragedy is the best part about it. But I really didn't like most of it. I didn't enjoy it, and I want to say that makes me sad. So, what did you think? Please tell me in the comments. Please be nice, because these are just my opinions, and I really do want to discuss these with other people. Because in videos, I'm kind of put on the spot, and I have to think of like why I like or why I don't like something in the moment, and I'm not super great at that. I'm better like discussing it through like text and stuff. So yeah, please tell me what your overrated movies of 2017 are, if you thought I left any out. Be sure to subscribe to High School Film Nerds up there, and watch our last video here. See you guys.